case, guys, starting off with translation just talk about a movement, in this case from a plane. And the movement in this case is either going to be horizontal, left to right, or vertical, up and down. So let's go ahead and get started here, guys. In this case, this is just one, like some random segment here that I have. And I just want to go ahead and move it. And in this case, I actually want to go ahead and translate this segment here using that transformation. So this here would be T. This is our transformation. And in this case, we want to go ahead and translate the segment here, which is AB. Now, in this case, they are asking me to translate it -8, 3. And in this case, what they're asking us there, once again, is we have to move the object, or in this case, each of the points, -8 and 3. So -8 in this case, guys, does represent the X direction, which in this case is horizontal. And then Y would be representing our vertical. Now, because this here is a -8, we are going to be moving in the left direction. So we're actually going to move 8 spaces to the left. 8 units to the left. All right. And then in this case, the 3 is our vertical shift, which in this case will be moving 3 units up. So starting off, once again, I'm going to go ahead and start off with the A here. Well, let's use this one. So I'm going to go ahead and move 8 spaces. So it's 1, 2, or let's actually do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, wait, did it 1 extra. So that's 8. And then up 3, 1, 2, 3. So our new point in this case would be located here. So that is A prime. And now let's go ahead and repeat it with the 8, with the B, I'm sorry. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 3 up. 1, 2, 3. So that would be our new segment, and this is B prime. So let's go ahead and connect those. Okay. So that would be the translation there, translation. So let's go ahead and move on then to this next one. And here's the next one. And in this case, guys, we want to go ahead and, in this case, translate the object, in this case, our shape, which is this square in this case, which is X, W, X, Y, Z. Now, in this case, they are asking us to do a translation of 6, 0, and then from there, we'll also do another translation here. So I do want to go ahead and start off by first writing down my points. W in this case is found at -5, 5. And then X is -1, 5. And then Y is -1, 1. And Z in this case is -5, 1. All right. Now we want to go ahead and do a translation in this case, and we are actually going to go ahead and get started with the translation of T, 6, 0. Now, once again, this translation here, 6, 0, it's actually telling us what direction we're moving with X and Y in this case. So let me actually just move this further out since I'm focused more on the points here. In this case, translation is 6, 0, which in this case is telling me that horizontally, we're going to be moving 6 spaces to the right since this is positive. And then vertically, we're actually not going to be moving. It's going to be 0. So one way I could express it in this case, if I want to go ahead and find W prime, for example, is I'm going to go ahead and do -5 plus my translation, which is 6, comma, in this case 5, plus my translation, which is 0. So in this case, W prime, my point for W prime in this case would be 1 and 5. Because once again, -5 plus 6 is 1, and then 5 plus 0 is 5. All right, so we're going to go ahead and repeat that with the next ones. So in this case, we have X prime, and that would be -1, because once again, this is the -1. That's where I'm getting it from. And then I'm going to go ahead and do plus 6, comma, 5 plus 0. All right, so then in this case, once again, if we combine those, x prime in this case is going to be negative 1 plus 6 is a positive 5, and then 5 plus 0 is 5. So that would be our new point. So same thing, guys. Let's go ahead and just finish this off here. Y prime, I have negative 1 once again, plus a 6, and then 1 plus a 0. And we're going to close it off. And in this case, y prime should be 5 and 1. All right. Now for the next one in this case, guys, I won't be showing all the work here. But in this case, if we do z prime, it's basically negative 5 plus 6, which is 1. And 1 plus 0 is 1. So that would be our new translation there. Our new translation, once again, I didn't show our work there. Now, that's translation for 6, 0. Now, I want to go ahead and focus on doing the translation for 1, negative 7. So, in this case, guys, this is actually what you'll be doing on your own, this part here. I want you to translate, in this case, the new points, which are our prime points, w prime, x prime, y prime, and z prime, with the transformation of 1, negative 7. And the new result in this case you would be getting here would be w double prime, x double prime, y double prime, and z double prime. So then that's what we're looking for in this case. All right, so go ahead and do this transformation onto w. So just to help you guys out here, I am going to be starting with, once again, a 1, because that's the one that's from there. So it's 1 plus 1, because that's the x. And then I have 5. And in this case, we're actually subtracting 7. So then once again, this one's the 5. And then the 1. And I'm not sure if you can see it with that one. That's negative 7. So in this case, w double prime would be 2, comma, negative 2. So go ahead and complete the rest in this case. All right. Now, moving on, this is a practice problem. This is something that you do on your own. You do. Go ahead and show this transformation, and I'm going to go ahead and go on to example 4. Now, in this case, guys, in example 4, we have the triangle A prime, B prime, C prime is the image of triangle ABC, and it's under a translation. So this is our triangle. We have a triangle ABC is here, and then we have A prime, B prime, C prime on this side. Now, they want us to determine the translation the shape had. So in this case, in order for us to determine the translation, we actually only need one of the points. I could choose either A, B, or C, and then connect it with its other point, with the primes. And then from there, we could determine the transformation. So let's say I want to go ahead and use C. So I'm going to go ahead and start with C here. And I want to go ahead and see how much we're moving from one direction to the next. So from this point here, I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is to the left. And then up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 units up. So if we want to go ahead and describe, in this case, transformation here, we're going to go ahead and go 8 units left and 5 units up. And that would be our answer.